Hello everyone, welcome everyone to the EBM Scholars Live. Today I'm here live. Obviously we know for sure now we have breaking news. The breaking news that the DV lottery dates have been announced. So the dates have been announced. So what needs to happen now? And what are the actual dates which we are going to talk about? So I'm waiting for a few people to be online here so that we can be in a position to continue answering any question people have been having, and especially with this upcoming DV lottery. This is EBM, Ernest Boniface Makulilo, and I'll be bringing you a lot of live session. During this time, I don't want people to have any problem in applying for the DV lottery or not getting the DV lottery because of unnecessary mistakes. So I'll be responding to any question you are having with regard to the upcoming DV lottery. So welcome everyone. This is EBM. In case you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do so while we are getting ready to get started. Okay, I see some people are already online here. There is Marshall Carter, 328. Hello, how are you? Hello. Yeah. Awezom Kwaku, hi EBM, how are you? I'm doing very good. Yeah. Okay, let me start with the first question. The first question comes from Com Butcher. The question is, can twin apply the same year? What is the possibility? Remember, even if you are twin, it doesn't matter. Each person is individual person. It's just like in school. If you are twins, you can apply different program, one school, whatever, it doesn't matter. There is no restriction that twins has to apply one. You are not husband and wife. So each person, even if you are triplet, each person has different name, has different passport, they can be able to apply. So being twin is not a condition which will make you not be in a position to apply for the DV lottery. So don't worry, as long as you meet the qualification of education, work experience, if you have, as well as you have the passport, you can go ahead and apply. It doesn't matter whether you are twin, it doesn't matter whether you are triplet. So that is, I'm sure I've been able to answer that one. Let me go to another question. The question comes from what other question? The question comes from Marshall Carter 328. The question from Marshall says, can I use the photo I used recently to apply for the B2 visa? Yes, you are allowed to reuse the photo. You have used it for other visa, but not the DV lottery visa. If you applied last year, DV2021, you didn't win or you won, and you want to apply this year, you cannot reuse the photo. But if you have recently applied for the any other type of visa, for instance, we are talking about the B2 visa, you are allowed to reuse that particular photo, and there is no problem as long as that photo meets the requirement. By the requirement, we know the requirement for the photo. We know for sure by requirement, they mean you must have, 600 by 600, whatever. The weight of the photo must be not exceeding 240 kilobytes. White background, there is no problem at all to be able to use that type of photo. Okay, another question comes from Bira. Question is, hi EBM, does age limit for the DV 2022 lottery? Basically, there is no age limitation, like this is the maximum age to apply. Even if you are 200 years old, you can apply. But obviously, even if they don't say, you cannot use someone who is 5 years old to apply for the DV lottery. What if you win? What are you going to do if you win the DV lottery? Can 5-year-old come alone? You cannot come alone here in the United States. So for me, I can say at least the minimum of 17 years old. Because if you win, because you need to have at least high school. So if you apply like 5 years old, 10 years old, how are you going to prove you have high school education? How are you going to prove if you have 2 years of work experience? But someone who is 17, basically the results will come out, you're already going to be 18, and you can process at the age of 18 or 19 to come to America. But the ages by age, there is no maximum age. So those are a few questions I've been able to answer those one. Okay. Okay, other people are saying hi, hello, how are you? I'm doing very, very good. I'm reading some more questions. Oh, sorry. Hey, people have so many questions. What's going on? Sorry. Okay, I think I have, oh, sorry. I have some problem with the mouse here. Okay, so let me go ahead to other question. Okay, there is another question. Question comes from Wilson Nyagiro. The question is, please, will you apply for someone here? They have passport. I think the question you want to understand if me to apply on behalf of someone, or what does that mean? Personally, I prefer not to fill the application for anyone. What I can do, I'm going to do one application of one person who will be okay for me to apply as an example live to show how you can be able to fill the DV lottery. I can be able to do that. But out of that, I'm not going to be filling the application for someone, because I want people to be responsible for their application on their own to be able to apply. Because if you allow someone to apply, you are going to have unnecessary mistakes someone. On one way or another. So better to apply on your own. You are going to have the full control of your DV lottery. It is very simple application. As I've been saying to people, the application needs your full name. So who knows your full name better than yourself? You are the one who knows your name better than any other person in this world. You know the correct spelling, even in writing very, very quick. You are the one who knows where you were born. You are the one who knows your passport number. But giving someone else to fill that information, someone might make some unnecessary mistake and it can come to cost you. I've seen some people, maybe they didn't have the passport, or someone is, oh, just do this one. You don't have the photo of your wife, just fill the form. But fill the form by yourself. There is a video already here. I made a preview of last year's application form, which is more or less the same like this year's application. So there is no problem. You can use a similar application. You can be able to do by yourself. And I've already said a lot of examples. There are some people, someone is filling form for you, and then after filling the form for you, is forcing you, if you win, to pay that person, or you have to marry their relatives so that you can come to America. So don't go into unnecessary desperation. Fill the form by yourself. If you have any question, ask me. I will be able to guide you. That's why I plan to be live many times to be able to answer many questions from people. So, okay, let me go to another question. The other question is, from Daniel Blay, a married man can do mine separate and my wife can do her own, the separate application. Yes, and that's how it is. What is happening when you say you can do on your own? A couple of things you need to know. There is a video I posted here on YouTube which says are people who are married have higher chances of winning than someone who is single. The answer is yes and no. Is yes because it's not, first of all, it's not yes, it's no, in the sense that many people are thinking that maybe because you are married, the preference will be given to married people. No, the US government and the DV lottery doesn't care whether you are single, whether you are married, whether you are divorced, whether you are widow. They don't care about that. But when we say someone who is married has higher chances of winning, we mean you are allowed to apply as many applicants. The husband can apply as many applicants, but you must say you are married to your wife so and so. Then the wife can apply as many applicants as long as she's going to indicate that she's married to you. Don't apply single and then you go to apply as married. No, you apply as married, you put information of your wife, and the wife is going to apply, is going to indicate the information of you as the husband, that she's married to you. That means at that particular situation, both you and your wife must have the passport. In order for both of you to apply as main applicant, the main applicant must have passport. But if you are going to put, the wife is going to apply as many applicants, say is married to you, the person who is included in the application, whether it's a husband or a wife or a child, doesn't need to have a passport. but the person who is going to be the main applicant must have the passport. So in that particular situation, if you want both you and the husband and wife to have the main applicant's status, both must have a passport. You can be allowed to apply. You can apply on your own, but to say you are married and your wife says he's married to you, she can apply. And that is when we say you have two chances of winning than the person who is going to apply as a single, because a single person has one opportunity to apply and win. But if you are married, you can apply as main and your spouse can apply as main. So you have two chances, which are more opportunities than the person who is single to be able to apply. So I think that I've been able to capture it well. Okay, another question. Let me find another question. Okay, there is a question from the question comes from one of the person here. The question asked about the question asking about the mailing address. The question says, okay, let me find the question. I don't see, I know it's about mailing address. I don't know who asked the question. Okay. Someone is asking if you the last year's DV is acceptable or not. I think you were asking about okay, let me go to the question. The question comes from Zakaria Shakir. The question says, hi sir, if you apply as DV lottery, can you apply also for study visa? Yes, you can. Remember, what I've been trying to explain to you is this way. When you apply for the DV lottery, you need to continue with your life as normal. Don't apply for the DV lottery and put all your dreams and all your life, everything to stop waiting for the DV lottery. You'll be, you'll be surprised and you'll be very much disappointed if you don't win. So other things have to continue. So for instance, you have applied for the DV lottery. And then because we are applying for the DV2022, meaning you are applying this October, between October 7th and November 10th, as you know, the actual dates have been updated already. So if you apply, the results are coming out on May. If the results come out in May, let's say in beginning of January 2021, you are going to get what? To get admission to a university, to get a scholarship. You can apply student visa, come to America. If the results happen, you have won and you are already in America, you don't need to get out of America. You can process your application while you are already here in the United States. You can apply what you call adjustment of status. So you process everything while you are already here. Unless otherwise, maybe you are married and your spouse is still in your country, you can choose to get out of the country for the visa interview in your country. But basically, there is no restriction for you to come here, either for student visa, whether it's a tourist visa, any other type of visa. You are not restricted on that. So, and that is what I encourage you. Apply for the DV lottery. If you are going to apply for school, to study, or for scholarships, whatever it is, continue. If you have plan to apply for tourist visa, continue with your life. If you have applied for jobs and you got the job, just come in America and then other things will come later. You never put all eggs in one basket. This is where many people are getting upset so much, and even they get upset with the US government. Why am I going to apply and I don't win? That's why I tell people it is free of charge. You have nothing to lose by applying for the DV lottery. Just apply. Yes, put it, oh, this is one application. What about other applications? It's just like in the soccer. In the soccer, let me give you an example. Let me give you the specific example from here. I can give the example. Usually I tell people when you apply for school, you have to apply as many programs as possible. So you can see here, you can see that is the goals ratio between goals, the number of shots, and goals by a player. And I'm looking for the 2014-2015 La Liga or Spanish Premier Spanish La Liga, the soccer league. Ronaldo played 14 games at that particular, it was the middle of the season, and he had 88 shots on target, and out of 88 shots, he had 25 goals. That was the ratio of 3.5 shots on target per 1 goal. Messi played 16 games. Out of the 16 games, he had 77 shots on target. He had 15 goals. Neymar had 13 games, 40 shots on target, 11 goals. My point is, you don't need to have one target and just waiting for that. Even the best players on the planet, they have more shots on target. Even Michael Jordan, even when you talk about Steph Curry, why they have all these points is because they have so many shots on target. So even yourself, when you apply for the DV lottery, look for other opportunity. What if I can apply the merit-based immigration to go to Canada? What if I apply for scholarship if I meet a bachelor degree or master's degree with a good education? What if I can apply tourist visa if I can qualify for that? What if I can apply internship somewhere else? What if I find a fiancé, whatever, I can get married? Whatever it takes, other opportunities. Even in your own country, continue with other plans. Don't stop maybe to start your business, chicken business. Don't stop to start your other business just waiting for the DV lottery, because you'll be surprised. If you lose, you are going to lose it. And if you're a student, start after applying, start even today, start preparing yourself, find internship, find volunteering. If you have graduated, you don't have the job, start doing something, because those kind of things will help you into the public charge. All those kind of things will prove to you what kind of work you have or work experience you have. Even if you have a degree, you need to have work experience, just even if you come here to be able to succeed. So those are the few things I want to give you, the tips where you can be able to think about it and be in a position to understand. Okay, so let me go to another question. Okay, there is a question from Basit Pacha. Can you tell me about the mailing part of the DV lottery? So the mailing part, there are two things. There is email, electronic mail, and there is a physical mail. So when you talk about the mail, the mailing address, let me give you what I mean. The mailing address, I mean, is just the actual mail, the actual letter, like this one, is the mailing address. So we are not talking about the email. Email is the compulsory, and among other things, the email is compulsory. The email you will be using to be able to retrieve your confirmation number in case you lose it. So make sure you use your own email address. If you don't have created new email address, don't use the person at the cyber or the agent or someone else. You'll come to thank me later. Use your own email address. Create one. So what about the mail? Mail address is the actual letter, mail. So this is a mandatory thing you must have in the DV lottery application. But what is the significance of it? Yes, it is mandatory. If without having the actual, where you'll be able to receive your actual letters, you will not be able to complete the application. But will they send any document? Are they going to send the mail? Are they going to send the letter? Are they going to send the documents to your email, to your postal address? No, they are not going to send any document. So it is a must to put it, but it is unnecessary because it's not going to be used in anything. So those are the three things we need to understand. But majority of people nowadays, they don't have the postal address. The postal address are the addresses which you are going to use, like when you go to the post office, to go to open the postal box, PO box, postal office box. So if you have the postal office box, you can have PO box 11 whatever, and you put it wherever, if it is Meru, Kenya, something like that. But what if you don't have the PO box, like many people, you don't have the postal box office? What you need to do is to go and make sure that you can use your school address, but you have to put care of name of the school. If you are working at a certain particular office, you can use your office address. If you don't have you don't work at the office, you can use those kind of the address, like the street and the house number. Like in the US, these letters, you will get the letters at your home. You get the mail at home. So the home address. So can you put even the home address, 1215, maybe Richmond, whatever road, Dar es Salaam, Tanzania, something like that. Even if you put a fake address, but that address will be appearing, you remember, because that address will be appearing when you win the DV lottery, that address will be there. They're not going to send any documentation through that one. Whether you put a fake, whether you put a care of somebody, whether you put the house number, what is not a correct house number, but you must put the address in order to continue. It is one among the most crucial item. So make sure that you have that one. Yes, Mimo, you are asking, can you use the mail address which you are using to buy things online? Yes. The address, any address you can get package, the address you can get letters, the address you can be able, someone to reach at your home, someone can be able to, like, you can show, like, my address, like, this is the address, you can put it on the GPS, I can come to your house, that is your address. I know some people, they don't have exactly addresses like here in the US, but you know the street. I think Rwanda, I've been to Rwanda, I've been to many African countries. Rwanda has a very good system of addresses. So put the address, the Gasabo, whatever, house number, whatever, put exactly house number, the street, and the city. Even if you put a fake one, PO box, you put 01, whatever, Meru, no, or Nairobi, or whatever, no one cares that particular address. Because, but without putting that address, you are not going anywhere. You cannot be able to complete that that form. So you must put the address, whether it's correct, whether it's incorrect, it doesn't matter. Okay. The question, there is a question about the photo. The question comes from Royal Dennis. The question, hello, hope you are doing good. Please, can I take the passport picture with my bead because I have beard, whatever? Yes, you are allowed to take the picture with the bead. You don't need to go and shave. No, it's okay. You are allowed to have dreads. Some people have dreads. You are allowed. There is no problem at all. There are restrictions on taking the photo. As you know, first of all, the photo has to need to have background like this one, must be white background. That we know for sure. But other things you are not supposed to have. You are not supposed to wear uniform. Like if you are in the military, to wear the military uniform. If you are a pilot, don't wear the pilot uniform. If you are the police, don't wear the police uniform. If you are the doctor, don't wear the doctor's uniform. That's number one. The only uniform is allowed is if is the religious uniform. You are a Catholic sister, Catholic nun. You are priest. But if, and again, the priest, for instance, the priest, they don't need, you know, they can wear that collar. But priest, I'm Catholic, I know, it's not a mandatory to wear the collar or those kind of, they are specific one every single day, unless otherwise you are in specific congregation, or you are specific, what we call the, there are certain priests, like depending on organization you're coming from, they can be allowed, or they're mandatory to wear their uniform, the collar, whatever, every single day. For instance, Pope has to wear that way every single day, but a bishop is not required to wear that way every single day. So a Pope can take a photo with the uniform if he's applying for the DV lottery. I know he's not going to apply, but I'm giving you an example. If you are, for instance, you are Muslim, a Muslim woman, and you are supposed to wear, let's say, the hijab, make sure that you are religiously wearing hijab every single day. Not you just I want to wear the hijab because I'm going to appear on the photo. As long as you are wearing hijab every single day, as part of your normal life, yes. Because remember, if you win, you are wearing hijab, but you win, and then they are going to look on your Facebook page. You are with the alcohol, big bottle of wine in the club. No, it doesn't work that way. You are not supposed to wear glasses. That is the requirement which has been introduced like 2-3 years ago. But before that, you are allowed to wear glasses. You are not allowed to wear glasses. So make sure that you know all the specifications which are required, because if you wear glasses, you are going to be disqualified. If you take the picture and you're going to put this not in a portrait way, you're out, you're going to be disqualified. If you take the picture, the background is green or blue, whatever, you are out. Don't make sure that there is a shadow. there are so many things you need to avoid. Yes, you can have makeup, but don't go in there like use like so much makeup until if they take out the makeup, you are another different person. So remember, they're not going to look how pretty you are, how handsome you are in order to win for the DV lottery. That is not their purpose. They are looking like the photo to have the basic requirement, and you're allowed to do that. And again, yes, you are allowed to take the photo using a passport, I mean your cell phone. It depends on what the quality of the phone. As long as the quality is good, you can use cell phone, you can use the camera. If your camera is bad, like the actual camera is bad, some other phone like Samsung, iPhone, they have the best quality photograph, can take a very good portrait, whatever, and you can use it. There is no problem at all. Sorry everyone. Okay, so those are some of the things I'm going through. What I'll be going through to make sure that you are not going to make any mistake, because people are going to make unnecessary mistakes and it can cost them so big, and even to be disqualified because of unnecessary mistake. Okay. Okay, Kwaku Asieku will say, please, Kwaku Asieku, you are saying, EBM, please, I sent pictures of my family to your WhatsApp. Please do check for me when you are free before the start of the application. Yes, I will try to do that. For those who do not know, I always receive over 1,000 WhatsApp messages on daily basis. So that makes a lot of difficulties. So I can give just example. Let me show you just example. You can see here, just like quick way, within the last hour, I have 114 messages. So I get so many messages, and it is very difficult to go through all the messages on time. Remember, I have other things. I work full time for my job, which I do every day. I have a family, wife and 3 kids, and in the US you don't have maid. You have to support your kids, give all attention they need. Then I have to keep writing my books. Then I have to do other few things. And obviously, remember, I was promised to make 1 book, and I wrote the book at the middle of the book, and then I didn't finish because Green Card Lottery, we are not sure whether it will be there or not be there, so there was no need to make that book. So now, because it's back, I can release that book as soon as possible if people are still interested with that particular book. So for those who are sending the email, WhatsApp messages, and they haven't responded on time, I'm so sorry. I will try to go through those one, and I'm going to create more groups because there are few WhatsApp groups. I'm going to create a WhatsApp groups so that people can be able to send their questions through the WhatsApp group. Even if I'm not online at that particular time, other people can be able to respond. That means you'll be able to go as soon as possible and make sure that you don't have any particular problem. So I will try my best to do that way. Okay, there is a question about marriage, and the question comes from Eddie Chamri. Question: good evening, EBM. If it is your customary married, if you're customary married at the time of application, can you apply as married and seek the marriage certificate later if you win the DV lottery? The answer is yes. The answer is yes, because you are allowed to apply as long as it's customary marriage. I don't want people to apply for the advantage you think that if I apply as married, I'm going to win. Remember, if you apply you as you, even if you are married, you are going to be treated you as a single, that is your main entry. But your wife also can apply. So whether you apply, if you're customary married and you have the proof that you paid the dowry, you did a celebration, whatever it is, you have the documentation or proof that you got married. Even if it's not the marriage certificate, yes, you are allowed to say you are married, and you can get the marriage certificate so that when you go to the US embassy, you can say, okay, even if the certificate says I'm married on this particular time, but I was customary married and this is the evidence I have. Does that make sense? It's just like you can go and get the birth certificate now, but it doesn't mean that you were born today. You were born 20 years ago, but you can get the, whatever, as long as you prove that you were born on that particular date, you can go there and show documentation and get the birth certificate. So yes, you can apply on customary marriage. You can go apply as married, but don't go and say you are married because you want to apply with your girlfriend. You will be surprised when you get denied the visa despite of winning. If your girlfriend wants to apply, let your girlfriend apply as unmarried. Then if you get married together, you can come. There is no problem with that. But don't go and lie. It will come to backfire to you. Another question comes from Wiber Twinner. I heard this program was shut down by President Trump. No, that's not true. The president hasn't shut the program, but president announced the intention of changing the nature of the DV lottery or immigration reform, which will introduce the merit-based immigration. And if the merit-based immigration will start, that means it will end the DV lottery. Or if the DV lottery will continue, we hope it will change on the requirements on the DV lottery. So that is something that will happen. But that's why on the video I explain why you should apply the DV2022. I have told the people this DV2022 might be the last DV lottery, because after this one we might go to see the merit-based immigration to be introduced very, very soon. So make sure that you apply this year the DV lottery without any mistake, because if you make a mistake and you are going to be disqualified, you might not get this chance again for the DV lottery, because next year probably we might see after the election where there will be the new immigration reform, because he already announced that it will be going to happen. Okay, another question is from Mimo Sakura. Is it better to apply after a few days of lottery? I heard the low number are rare. Its larger confirmation number is better. The question is very good question, but it doesn't matter what day you apply. When you apply for the DV lottery, don't confuse the confirmation number and the case number. The case number, when you say the high case number and low case number, is the number you are given after winning. The case number, the confirmation number, has the number 16 numbers with letters 2022. It will be 2022, and then AF. I mean the 2022, and then there will be a number and letters. The confirmation number, there is no low and high confirmation number. That has nothing to do. But if you win, yes, the case number is a different thing, because it will be maybe 2022 or 2021, then AF for Africa, AS for Asia, and then there will be a number. If with a lower number, let's say 2000 number, you will be getting quicker interview versus someone who has a very high case number. But for those who are applying, and you apply on the first day, there is no advantage of applying on the first day or the disadvantage of applying on the last day. I usually tell people don't apply on the last day, because you never know what will happen on the last day. What if there is internet problem? But you can apply any day. You don't need to apply on the first day. Usually on the first day there will be a very big traffic jam on the website, and possible people will not be in a position to be able to complete that application on the first day. So it doesn't matter whether you apply on the first day or the last day, as long as you apply on the between October 7th to November 10th, any day you apply, there is no problem. Cameron, you say, hi EBM, first of all, happy birthday. Thank you so much. I'm getting old, my friend. Yeah, I'm thankful. It was very good to have another year in my life. I'm thankful to God, and I appreciate everybody who wished me the happy birthday and he wished me my good health and everything. Okay. Dorothy. There is a question from Dorothy Kemunto. The question says, if I take a photo that meets all the requirements, for instance, in the studio, photo studio, and the photo meets all the requirements, should I edit it myself again via e-green card photo, or I just upload it that way? If you go to the studio, they make the photo which meets all the requirements without any problem, meaning white background, that size is good, and it is within 240 kilobytes, not exceeding that amount, you don't need to edit with e-green card photo. Just go ahead and upload that one. But if it doesn't meet the requirement, you can go ahead and edit on your own using e-green card photo. For those who do not know, I have a video and I've been explaining to people, if you want to edit the DV lottery photo, you can just use e-green card photo website. Is a very good tool. There are also other tools on the travel.state.gov website to see what are the requirements for the photo and whether the photo meets the requirement or not. But e-green card photo is a very simple tool. You can use it to edit your photo to meet the green card lottery requirement without any particular problem. And you can use your phone. You can use anything. Website, you can use, I mean, a tablet, you can use a computer, and everything can be able to use that way. And that brings me to another question, though people haven't asked this one. Can you apply using a cell phone or using a tablet? Yes, you can use a cell phone to apply. As long as you have internet, you can be able to use either as a phone, whether it's a tablet, whether it's a computer. It doesn't matter which one you are using. Okay, let me go to another quick question. Let's edit question to that. Can you edit the photo? Can you take the photo using even your phone? As I've already mentioned, yes, you can take the photo using your phone, as long as the phone can produce a high quality photo. You can be able to do that way. Okay, there is a question about the confirmation number. Question comes for Veraldine Nanyama. No, that's incorrect. Sorry. This question about the confirmation number comes from Rhoda Ochanda. Hi, I have tried to submit my confirmation number, but it is giving me that the letters are incorrect. Yes, it happens to many people. My question I will ask it to you, did you write the confirmation number with a pen, or did you take a confirmation number with a picture, or did you print it out direct? Because if you wrote with a pen, there is a likelihood you didn't write the correct confirmation number. That would be the first diagnosis I can tell you. But if you are using the actual printed one or the actual photo, you took a photo of it. The second diagnosis why the confirmation number you are saying it's wrong is because you might be confusing the following things. Number one, sometimes there are few things confusing people. That's why I tell people, don't write your confirmation number. Because in the confirmation number, when it is written, I and 1 look very, very similar or alike. 0 and O look very, very similar or alike. One is big, like round, another one is just like, so it's very, very difficult. So there are few letters of that kind of nature usually confuses people on whether to put the correct one. So that's number one. But sometimes when you write it, the problem is not on the confirmation number per se, the problem is on your last name. So when you write your last name, many people get confused. Let me give an example. Let me give example using my name. My name is Ernest Makulilo. So it's Makulilo Ernest Boniface. Okay. So when you write the confirmation numbers, this is how it is. When you write your name, first name is Ernest, middle name is Boniface, last name Makulilo. But when you are going to apply the DV lottery, it will appear like this way. It will set the name, then comma. In English, proper grammar, when there is a name followed by a comma, then another name follows there. The name before with a comma, that name is the last name or surname. So when you are going to write your name, make sure that you are going to make sure that when they say put the last name, go and put the name before comma. Don't go and put your full name. Majority of people, when they say put your last name, they are going to put the full name. Put your last name, they are going to put the name which is the middle name, which is, for instance, Makulilo Ernest Boniface, they are going to put Boniface. Boniface is not my last name. the last name is Makulilo, the name before comma. So make sure that you put your last name, the name before comma, put the year of birth, and put the confirmation number as it is written. If you see there is a problem, try to retrieve, put like you forgot the confirmation number, then they will send you the information. You can put the information, you can get the confirmation number and be in a position to use the correct confirmation number. But make sure that you use the correct last name. Don't get confused. Many people, they do that. When I ask, screenshot what you entered on the name, people all the time they give me name which is wrong. So that is something you need to understand. What does that mean in the confirmation number? And again, that's what I'm saying. There is a video I explain when you put when you write and you have the confirmation number. Take the photo of confirmation number, send it to your email. Take the photo of confirmation number, send it to your friend. That means they can have also in their WhatsApp. Also save or print it out and put that confirmation number with your certificates, your transcripts. That means you don't lose your certificate very often. Or put inside your passport. But don't write with a pen. Either print out or take a photo, because you can take the exactly how it is written instead of you writing and making unnecessary mistakes. Okay, there are so many questions, people. So, and now it is on my end here is 12:15. Now it is a lunch break, so I'm finishing quick so that I can start this one. Dollar Love say, please, when the registration starts, the registration starts on October 7th to November 10th. The time is noon of New York, so it's not your only time. So make sure that it's American time. You can find what time will be in your time zone. So someone asking the question, Stephen Obengi, we're asking the question, hi, Sir Ernest, should I use high school diploma or 2 years of work experience because I have all? Which is the best? So in the DV lottery application form, there is no any place you can put work experience. We say you must have work experience of 2 years at the time of applying, because once you win, they want to see you have 2 years of work experience on the October 2020. If you don't have education. But in the application form, the only thing you can be able to indicate is the education. There is no place you are going to put your work experience. So if you have high school, put high school. If you have degree, put a degree. If you are currently a student at the university level, you put some university courses, meaning currently you are a student, you are taking or you have taken some university courses, but you haven't graduated yet. Does that make sense? Some university courses is if you are currently into bachelor's degree or college level, you are taking some courses and you haven't graduated. If you are master's student, PhD student, you put some graduate courses, meaning obviously you have bachelor degree, you are doing masters, but don't put the work education which you don't have. Put the one you have. Even if you don't have high school, your primary education, take a primary education. Meaning if you win, now you can come and show the work experience of qualifying 2 years of work experience. But there is no work experience portion in the DV lottery application form. And speaking of the word diploma, in the education, many people get confused. When we say diploma,